We have another insanely beautiful day here in January. It's supposed to get up to 50 degrees today. So I'm gonna try to address the leaking roof again on the shop. I'm gonna run to town and grab some cans of spray foam and maybe touch up the eave. Maybe the moisture is getting into the eave and that's why it's leaking. I don't know. I'm gonna do something though. So I'm running to town and get some cans of foam. Well, we got the goodies. Time to go back up again. I only don't like the heights that have anything to do with like being tall and far in the air, you know? That's the only kind of heights that scare me. The Flex Seal up here seems to be doing a good job. It looks like it's holding. I just don't understand why it still leaks so bad. You can see we tried Flex Sealing the seam up here, and like this seems pretty good. Seems pretty sealed up. Plus there's the actual thing that's supposed to go under there to seal it up, and it's still leaked here. The guys are here getting our water wheel set up, and if you don't know what a water wheel is, I don't know why it's called a water wheel, but you put all your plants up here for planting, and here you got a guy sit down there like Cameron and Brandon, and the tractor just slowly drives along over the plastic that we have laid down. We have fertilizer and water up in the tanks, and a wheel connects to that wheel down there, and it just, you keep grabbing plants and planting it as you go. Because as some of you know, last year we had a large garden. This year we are trying to upscale it and do bigger and better. So this is gonna help us be way more efficient with planting the garden and planting our conventional fields and crops also. Dad, did you get a big enough wrench for that?
Nope, I know what happened to all the small ones.
So he just grabbed the biggest one in the drawer. Oh, come on, you don't want it like 24-inch long crescent wrench?
No.
Or adjustable hammer, as I like to call it. While they're working on the water wheel, I've been over here. My pack has just showed up for hydraulic plugs. Believe it or not, we've never had plugs to plug any hydraulic hoses. And we needed that to work on the sprayer. The threads we were trying to cut into that pump the other day, it didn't work, so now I gotta get the pump off. Well, in order to get the pump off, I had to plug these hoses. So this is what I'm working on. I believe I need 15 to get that sucker off. I don't think this is gonna go over well by myself. This pump looks mildly heavy. Okay, hopefully that stays there to hold that. We'll use my cheek. Okay, we're off. That's not ideally what you want to see in your sprayer. Got it. Oh boy, I almost dropped it. I got the 450 here hooked up to the gooseneck. We're gonna go see if we can resurrect some old steel that hasn't been used since, I think 2009, so you guys can do the math. Let's check some tires here, make sure this thing's all good and ready to go. That's fine. A little jiggle, didn't hurt nothing. I should maybe put a little air in that thing. In order to resurrect this old steel, we need something to lift it, so I'm busting out the big guns here. Well, I did about the dumbest thing you could do on the drive down here, and my window got a little wet, so I turned on the windshield wiper. Now I really can't see. I don't got any washer fluid in there either. There, my window's a little better now. I can kind of see out of it. This is what I came down here for. 17 miles away in this field, when we broke it up 15 years ago, we used these two little discs here, and we're gonna resurrect these things and use them again. They are old. I think I want the little John Deere one. I personally think this one would work better because it's narrower, but Well, I hooked up the gooseneck to haul it home, but I honestly might just dangle it from the bucket the whole way. That might work. I came down here because it takes obviously longer to drive this than it does a pickup to see once what we all need to get these apart, because I haven't been here since a long time ago. Oh, and it looks like it's just a pin. I thought maybe it was bolted together. That'll pull right out. Then I think I'll grab a chain and lift it up, and then decide from there if I'm gonna call Cameron or not. It is so amazing to me to think that 15 years ago, this was our disc. This is what we used to till. It is quite the unit, isn't it? This one doesn't even have tires. It's so old, it just runs on the discs. And we might use that one too, but I for sure want this little John Deere green one here. Try to get it tied up though. Okay, I got a chain on here. I'm really hoping it's not too froze to the ground and it comes out nicely. Well, I got some tension on it, and so far, we're not really moving. I really don't want to wreck it. I'm gonna see once if I can't get my bucket in the hitch here and try lifting that up once and just kind of slowly wiggling it out. This is really hard because I obviously can't see up in the payloader if I'm in the hitch down here or not, and I am. And the other hard thing is I don't want to wreck it, so I can't see when I'm actually lifting if I'm bending it or if it's actually coming out, and you guys aren't telling me nothing. I'm in the hitch, so we're gonna lift up just a little bit and come out and look again. I called Cameron and told him to come down to help me, but I'm gonna keep slowly working on it, see if I can get it by myself. The hitch is coming out of the ground here. That's a good sign. Okay, I reconnected on what I believe are the two strongest points of contact, so try lifting again, give it another whirl. I think I did what I was shooting not to do. Rip it apart. It looked like it was coming and everything was going good till it wasn't. This one rank of discs here did not bust loose. All the three did, and then it broke off here, which I think we can get it fabricated and welded back up, but I really wanted it to come out in one piece. Well, I finally got it out of there. I had to slowly, piece by piece, chain on to basically every disc and everything, ripping it out of the ground. And we might need some slight fabrications going on here. I broke just a little bit of a oopsie right there. I think Cameron's got me covered. It kind of looks like I maybe did the same thing up front. I don't know. We're resurrecting the old steel though. This one side was really frozen in though. It did not want to come out. I was gonna say as long as the bearings still spin, we should be good, but I guess this unit spins. This front one spins too. Just the sides that are broke are not currently spinning. I think we can fix that though. I only pulled it apart slightly. It's gonna need slight modifications, fabricating.
I see that.
I think just turn around there and head that way, I'll follow you. This wouldn't have been good. I almost forgot my second chain down here. Started driving away, I'm like, am I forgetting something? Yup, you were. Oh. So, some of you might be wondering why we would want to resurrect an old piece of junk steel like this when we have the new modern equipment that we have. And the answer to that is we're hoping to make this into a garden disc for disking in between the rows of our garden we have this summer. But now that we got it here in the shop, seeing some loose wheel bearings, a dry wheel bearing, all my carnage I kind of made by ripping it out of the frozen ground, I don't know that this thing's gonna work. So Cameron and I have a new idea of just taking this one back shank off and mounting 3-point brackets onto it and make it into a little single shank 3-point disc, just for helping keeping weeds down. We're now back here at the old pole barn greenhouse, soon to be greenhouse thing, finishing up putting the last board on. We also had to undig the door here because Dad decided to leave the fabric layer that we have hooked up on the tractor in this greenhouse building, which was right over there. I hope this thing works good. Ideally, we should have the roof into this paneling as well, but it's more of a start trial thing this year to see if it actually works, because I don't want to spend a bunch of money and it not work, and then we have to put it all back to the normal way. So at least we'll get a good, probably half of this building we'll get to plant into, which will be nice. It is actually super warm in here right now. Like, the ground is not frozen in here in the slightest, even down to the moisture where it's super dry.